So, guys, in the next episode, we're going to talk about deception. We live in a society today where everything and everyone have a feeling or does a thing that results to deception. Deception could come in different forms. Deception could come in different ways, whereby a person could, take something with somebody and also accuse that person of taking it, or take something from someone and accuse another person from taking it. That is deception. Deception could also have another root word called manipulation. Manipulation is when you're trying to turn somebody's attention to doing a particular thing that you're not going to take full responsibility for. You can entice someone to do something evil and it will turn something bad to that person, but you're going to find a way to get out of it. That is what we call manipulation, enticing people to do what is wrong. But you can also manipulate yourself as well and enticing yourself to do something wrong because of the reward, what I call consequences. Everything has reward. Because of the benefit and the reward, you're going to now be deceived or you're going to deceive somebody else. So guys, watch out for the next episode called Deception. I hope you guys enjoy and learned a lot about what I just explained in this episode. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day. Please make sure you subscribe, watch, and also share this video to anyone you come in contact with. Thank you. This episode is going to be great and you're going to enjoy, and you're also going to learn a lot from this episode. I'm going to talk today about conscience and I'm going to talk about consequences. And before I talk about what is conscience and what is consequences, I'm going to explain it to you so you can understand what it really means. What is conscience? Conscience is an emotional state whereby a person feels empathy or sympathy. You go to, let's give an example, like you go to a funeral. The way people feel there is as a result of their conscience. A conscience also works with emotions, how a person feels when something terrible happens, how a person feels when something bad happens. You had a news about somebody who passed away, or you're in an environment whereby a person just slumped, a person just fainted, or someone is being rushed to the hospital. How you feel about that state determines how your conscience level is. Some people have a medium conscience level. Some people have a high conscience level. Some people have a low conscience level where they don't even feel any guilt. They don't feel any sympathy or any emotion at all about something sad that happens. A conscience also is a state whereby a person thinks about the consequences of an action and decide not to take that step. Let's give an example whereby you saw a phone, a brand new phone in a shop, or you saw a phone somewhere that somebody can't get to see it, and you have the thought, should I take this or should I not take this? Now that state you are determines the conscience level you have, determines how you handle the situations. You could decide to take it, which is a low conscious level. You could decide also to take it, to keep it, to ask who, if the owner of the item is going to ask for it. That's also a medium conscience. You can also decide to come up with the idea and bring out this phone and start exposing it and say, who owns this phone? Who owns this item? Who owns this thing? That is also going to depend on if your conscious level is a very high conscious level. So as I explained that, I also explained what consequences mean. Just like a reverse of what conscience mean. Consequences could be defined as a reward for your actions, your decisions, your thoughts, and also your conversations. So let's give an example. You spoke to somebody harshly or you spoke to somebody rudely, and humans are reciprocative in a way that the way I speak to you will determine exactly how you speak to me. If I speak to you in a harsh manner, if I speak to you in a bad manner, if I speak to you rudely or insultively, the whole emotions in me is trying to express the same emotion that you gave to me. So if I give you a bad emotion, you're also going to possibly give me a bad emotion as well. If I speak to you in an angry mode, you are reciprocative in a way to speak to me also in an angry mode. So that is how it works. But what does consequences does? What if I speak to you in a harshly, and also you decide not to speak to me in a harsh way? Why can't you speak to me in a harsh way? Because you have also thought about the consequences of what my words could possibly do in this conversation. What if my words damaging the conversation? What if it damages the relationship? What if it damages the business transaction? Let's say you go to present a deal with somebody, a deal that could worth millions or billions in an organization. And as you present the deal and pass it to the board, and everybody sees what you're about to present, and they look at it and say, this is really disgusting. I can't even believe that somebody could come up with this idea. And you also feel like saying, why will you guys speak to me in this manner? Why will you guys speak to what I will? Do you know how hard it took me to work on this project for me to get this kind of talk back, to get this kind of expression back? I didn't expect this from you guys. It took me all day long to be able to come up with this presentation, and you guys are turning it down. Now, saying something like that could really damage the situation, even worsen it. You could miss the business opportunity, you could miss that deal, and also you could miss a lot of things that could be attached to the business, even the people around that board in particular. And if you also think about it in the right way, what if you didn't say what you said? And what if you just keep quiet and really observe what is really going on? And maybe they just saw a few words in that presentation that didn't make any sense to them at that point. And you just give them the opportunity to tell them that, let me enlighten you on what this presentation really means. They could see it in a different angle. But if you are not patient enough to understand that you need to wait to allow them express themselves before you can express yourself back, you're going to lose a lot of things in that opportunity. So that is what consequences could be. Consequences could be your action. Your lifestyle could also be a consequences to your daily routine. Let's say you're a person that wake up in the morning and drink caffeine, or let's say you're a person that wake up in the morning and the first thing you see is alcohol. You just take a sip of an alcohol and drink it. That alcohol could have a really high consequences to you. You might get busy at work, or you could enter your car and be driving, and all of a sudden your mood swing and everything could make you drive in the wrong lane, and you could get caught. Or you could do something that could now turn out bad. It's not as if that what you did is really bad. It might be that you're being in a habit of drinking alcohol every day you wake up. Now, this is going to give you serious consequences. It might not even give you any consequences socially. It might also give you consequences health-wise, whereby you could be diagnosed with a kind of sickness and you don't really know why, because of what you have done. So as I tell you, everything in life comes with a reward, positive reward or negative reward. So if you understand what consequences could do in your daily life, and also you can understand what conscience could do in your daily life, you're going to know how you're going to deal with it. Because conscience is really, really important. You need to have conscience. You need to have a kind of sympathy or an empathy in any way. And this doesn't develop overnight. You also need to know that you have to be in touch with your emotions. Because dealing with humans, we have gender specification, we have the feminine specification, and we have the masculine. We have male, we have female. The way a man thinks and the way a woman thinks are totally different. So you cannot just express life because of the way you feel all the time, because you could mess things up. Just like as I explained in the business deal, the consequences of you speaking up when you're not even told to speak up because of your emotions that they allow to lead you, you could destroy a deal, you could destroy a relationship, you could destroy an opportunity. So guys, I hope you learned some tips about what I just explained now, about conscience and about consequences. This is not all you could learn, because this has a deeper and deeper broad explanation of what all this means. But this is just like an enlightenment of what this could be or what it could cost you. Like I said, everybody has their own opinion of what anything could become or anything could be, but I just give you a little about it. So guys, in the next episode, we're going to talk about deception. We live in a society today where everything and everyone have a feeling or does a thing that results to deception. Deception could come in different forms. Deception could come in different ways, whereby a person could, take something with somebody and also accuse that person of taking it, or take something from someone and accuse another person from taking it. That is deception. Deception could also have another root word called manipulation. Manipulation is when you're trying to turn somebody's attention to doing a particular thing that you're not going to take full responsibility for. You can entice someone to do something evil and it will turn something bad to that person, but you're going to find a way to get out of it. That is what we call manipulation, enticing people to do what is wrong. But you can also manipulate yourself as well and enticing yourself to do something wrong because of the reward, what I call consequences. Everything has reward. Because of the benefit and the reward, you're going to now be deceived, or you're going to deceive somebody else. So guys, watch out for the next episode called Deception. I hope you guys enjoy and learned a lot about what I just explained in this episode. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day. Please make sure you subscribe, watch, and also share this video to anyone you come in contact with. Thank you. Have a great life.